job. Runaway June. Huh? Runaway June! They're running away. They're running away. Runaway June's running away, guys. You know, I love that sentiment. I can buy my own drinks. If that was around when I was single in my 20s, I'd be a billionaire by now. But that's great. It's a great message, too. I can buy my own drinks. I can't then buy a regular-sized guitar, though. I'm going to buy a tiny guitar and a tiny drum set. But guess what? They sounded fantastic. This has got to travel light, right? So you guys can travel light? I love it. I love it. All right, you can feel the anticipation in the air. By the way, I'm going handheld for the rest, in case anybody was wondering. I'm going handheld. There they are, lined up. The people of the hour. Yeah. Now, tonight's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our presenting sponsor for the 12th year in a row, Raytheon Technologies. 12 years in a row. This whole thing. That's a big deal. That's a great partnership. And they've been sponsoring this Military Child of the Year Gala for 12 years. I got in trouble because I called it a gala earlier, and the kids were like, "What's a gala?" And I was like, "It's the same as a gala where I come from." But I will say, I think we should definitely, what Raytheon has done for 12 years is a commitment. They've committed to this, and it's a really special night, and I think it's important to recognize the commitment. So let's give Raytheon a round of applause. And now, for a word from our sponsor, I'd like to bring up retired Air Force Lieutenant General Mike Moeller, President of Defense Strategy and Analysis at Pratt & Whitney, which is part of Raytheon. You can use those mics right there.
Thanks, Dave. I'm a little bit intimidated. I've got the coveted speaker spot between Runaway June and Dave. So I feel very lucky. It's an honor to be here this evening, representing Pratt & Whitney and our parent company, Raytheon Technologies. We're proud to continue our sponsorship of this event again in 2023. We've been there from the very beginning as a partner with Operation Homefront. This is a world-class event, and I want to thank John, his entire team, and the board for all that you do for our military families. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for this incredible team. Make no mistake, being a military family member is not easy. During my 34 years of service, we moved 21 times. Our 3 kids went to at least 5 different elementary schools. All of them went to 2 high schools. This is typical of the children who grow up in military families. Funny story about resilience. So every time we PCS'd and we were leaving a base, all 3 of the kids would be in the back seat and they'd all be crying. When I asked why, they'd explained, "This is the best base I've ever been at." My answer to them was always the same. That's what you said last time we moved, and every time before that. How many of you have experienced that exact same thing? This evening, we'll recognize and celebrate the achievements of 7 extraordinary young men and women with the Military Child of the Year Award. This is the only award of its kind that recognizes the service, sacrifice, and resilience displayed every day by our nation's youngest heroes, the children of military families. Tonight's honorees are amazing. Despite the challenges of military life, a myriad of deployments, short notice moves, and in some cases, growing up in foreign lands, these young men and women demonstrate the courage to overcome every challenge. They've accomplished so much. They do it with a strength of character and commitment to their community and nation that inspires us all. At Raytheon Technologies, we're committed to supporting programs and developing the long-term partnerships with organizations like Operation Homefront that strive to inspire future generations. However, what we find instead is that these honorees motivate and honor and humble us with their achievements. They are the bright young minds that will make up the fabric of our virtuous nation for many years to come. Again, it's a privilege to be here on behalf of everyone at Raytheon Technologies to support such a worthwhile cause. Congratulations to our winners and their families. And thank you for everyone for being here tonight. Please enjoy the evening and always remember, we live in the land of the free because of the service members and their families that make up the homes of the brave.
Thank you, Mike. What about my mic? Oh, there it is. Thank you, Mike. And now there's a lot of high-ranking military folks in here tonight, but now it's time to bring up the highest-ranking military person in the room tonight. Please welcome to the stage the Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Christopher Grady.
Well, good evening. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our distinguished military children and their families. It really is my privilege, my honor to be with you this evening. And I want to take a moment to thank the whole team at Operation Homefront, not only for this spectacular evening, but for all that you do for our military families all the time. Our nation asks much of our uniformed men and women, and in turn, much of our military families. Operation Homefront, along with a network of other organizations, provides resources and programming to support our military members and their families through the generosity of fellow citizens, an extensive community, and passionate employees and volunteers. So to John Prey and the Operation Homefront team, thank you for wrapping your arms around our military families. Operation Homefront and our extended network of government and non-government readiness programs really embrace why family readiness is so necessary to our joint force, because we know that family readiness directly contributes to operational readiness, that a stronger family means a stronger force. Because when our military children are safe and supported and nurtured to reach their fullest potential, then our service members are free to concentrate on securing the homeland for today and our future generations. In our all-volunteer force, the whole family serves, and we are thankful to Operation Homefront and others who provide assistance and resources to support the unique challenges of the military lifestyle. And of course, I would like to extend heartfelt congratulations to each of our awardees tonight, and also to their families who have supported them. And I'm delighted to see all of the services represented here. You give us a fantastic reason to come together, and you give us so much to be proud of. So on behalf of the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Mark Milley, as well as my wife Christine, who has joined us here, we are grateful for the opportunity to recognize the 2023 Military Child of the Year Award winners. Not only because they represent the joint force and the 2.1 million men and women in uniform who protect our nation, but because I am a military child, because Christine and I are military parents, having raised our own military children, and because for Christine and I, and so for so many of us in uniform, we see so much of our own children in you. Our nation's military families and our nation's military children face a great many challenges. You are patient and understanding when duty calls, when mom or dad can't make your special event. You weather family separations and the frequent moves where you say goodbye to friends and to familiar routines and begin again in new cities, in new states, even in new countries. And of course, you worry when mom and dad are far from home, when they may go into harm's way to stand between us and the dangers lurking in this world. Through it all, your strength and your support sustain us. You serve as a special source of inspiration to your communities, to your friends, and especially to your parents. Our soldiers, our sailors, our airmen, our Marines, our Guardians, our Coast Guardsmen, they truly are the center of the universe. We are the strongest military the world has ever known because of our families and because of our children. And our joint force is only as strong as their families who love them, who encourage them, and who bolster them every step of the way. Make no mistake, you young people inspire all of us. And just look at the accomplishments of these award winners tonight, and you can see just what kind of inspiration these military children are. They are scholars, athletes, musicians, flight leaders, Eagle Scouts, and team captains. They are problem solvers, creative thinkers, and great dreamers. They have begun what will most assuredly be a lifelong practice of taking care of themselves, of their families, and of their communities. And we as a society need more citizens who think and act like our military children, who understand that public service is indeed an honorable thing, and they understand it on a completely different level. So to the young people here tonight, you are the future of our nation. And that's why we focus so much on our military children and how to improve their lives and how to set them up for success. Not just for the readiness and success of our joint force or for your families, but to ensure that this great nation of ours continues to thrive. And so I look forward to joining each of the services and recognizing these outstanding young men and women who tonight exemplify competence, character, compassion, conviction, and citizenship. And so from Christine and I both, congratulations and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like you're giving me a standing ovation. And it feels great. Thank you. Thank you, Admiral. Now I'd like to ask, well, first, John Prey to please come back up. We did get the results of the Who Wore It Better. 51 to 49. You won, John, you won. But I think a lot of the voters are afraid of you. If John Prey and Yuli Korea, the chair of Operation Homefront's board of directors, can join me on stage, please. I think our friends have waited long enough. And we've waited long enough because now's the part where we get to learn a lot more about them and they get their awards. So let's start with the McCoy Award for the Army. Yeah. So Brian and Lucy, the Army is the one that I grew up in. And there's helicopters and tanks and jeeps and all that stuff. So to present, sorry, my teleprompter's got an old script. I'm just waiting for it to catch up. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, keep going. Okay, there we go. No, too far. Stop. Okay, now to present the McCoy Award for the Army, please welcome the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Army, Lieutenant General Kevin Vereen.
All right. So that's G9 for the Army. I want to make sure I'm not the Deputy Chief of Staff. So, but again, hey, so it's an honor to be here this evening as we recognize what a wonderful group of young men and women. I'll tell you, it is remarkable to see all the accomplishments that they've made in a very short period of time when you think about it, to reach the levels that they are today. And so on behalf of our Army, we are extremely proud of each and every one of you all. And our nation is in great hands. It really is when you think about all the great accomplishments these young men and women have been able to achieve. So I have the honor tonight to recognize Mackenzie Hanna. And I had the privilege of taking a look at her bio this evening in preparation for the event tonight, and got a chance to meet her wonderful family while we were having dinner and before dinner. And I'll tell you, she is a remarkable young lady. She really represents what we look at when we talk about resiliency. We talk about strength, selflessness, tenacity, and all the things that it takes for a young military child to thrive in an environment, especially when you have dual military parents who are serving at the same time. Not only does she have a great GPA, 4.0. Wow, that's amazing. I don't know what my GPA was when I was in high school, but it is amazing in AP statistics, psychology, English, biology, and environmental science. But she's also a member of the Community Service Chair of the National Honor Society. She has completed over 500 hours of community service. Amazing. And she's on the swim team, as well as the Family and Community Leaders Club in her high school. These accomplishments are impressive. It is clear how Mackenzie was not only accepted into the University of South Carolina's Honors College, but is also being recognized tonight as a Military Child of the Year for the Army. Mackenzie, you have made us proud. Thank you for supporting the Army. Thank you for supporting your family through your parents' back-to-back deployments and dual military parents occasionally being gone and you being back with your fellow siblings. It is amazing what you have been able to accomplish. Your service and your sacrifice for this nation has helped make our Army stronger, believe it or not, and our nation safer. So on behalf of the whole United States Army, I congratulate you on an honor of being awarded and named the Army's 2023 Military Child of the Year. Wow. Awesome.
Hi, Mackenzie. Did you think you would win tonight?
No.
Well, big surprise, you won. So you're going to University of South Carolina, the honors. Yeah. The honors college, which I needed to ask you a little bit about that today. Could you explain a little bit about what that means, the honors college?
Okay. So you apply for it and
Makes sense.
and you take honors classes and you graduate with honors.
Well said. Is it true, your mother, AKA your biggest cheerleader earlier today was like, it's the best honors college in the nation. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then you recently, you did move to Massachusetts. You're not on a base anymore. What's been the biggest adjustment for you moving to that base, or off base, actually?
Because kids don't really understand the military life when you move to a civilian life, so that's probably the biggest challenge.
Have you adjusted?
I suppose so.
I think you have, and you've thrived. Congratulations, Mackenzie. Congratulations. You can go back that way. Thank you, Lieutenant General Vereen. Congratulations again, Mackenzie. And now it's time for the McCoy Marine Corps Award. There it is. There it is. So Brian and Lucy, this is like part of the Navy, but like they're not necessarily on the boat, they're more on the ground type of thing. That might be controversial. I think it might have been controversial that I just said that. I grew up in the Army, so forgive me. They're the toughest ones. They're the toughest ones. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, besides, yeah, all right. Okay. All right. Presenting the Marine Corps Military Child of the Year Award is Commander, Marine Corps Installation Command, Major General David W. Maxwell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and John and the Operation Homefront team, I want to thank you again, as has been said, but for continuing to support and bring this opportunity together to recognize the military families and the best of the best from our military children. I was afraid I might have to step out afterwards and correct the record on a few things with the Marine Corps, but you got it right at the end, so thank you. On behalf of General Berger, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, it is my privilege to introduce Hannah Marie Tokiwa as the Marine Corps 2023 Military Child of the Year Award recipient. And I'm going to brag on her for a bit, but the daughter of Amanda and Master Gunnery Sergeant William Tokiwa, who is currently assigned out with 3rd Marine Logistics Regiment in Hawaii, one of the advanced organizations that we are experimenting with force design as we go forward, is currently a senior at Pearl City High School in Hawaii. And has been said before, she also is a top student in her class, an active member of the Girl Scouts, and a leader in her school's Key Club, where she works on community garden and beautification projects. And she continues to be a teen advocate for the Hemophilia Foundation, a cause that has been close to her heart and her passion starting from when they were living in New York, and which she has continued to pursue and advocate for. Like all the award recipients, Hannah Marie has had multiple moves around the globe, from Japan to North Carolina, California, New York, and now Hawaii, 6 moves total. She's about to add to that with a 7th as her family gets ready to PCS back to North Carolina again. So Hannah Marie's story is one of transition, change, and a relentless pursuit of interests. Her favorite Star Wars quote, in case you are Star Wars fans, is, "You can't stop change any more than you can stop the suns from setting." Each time Hannah Marie moved, she has embraced the change and adapted quickly to her new surroundings. So the middle to high school transition is probably one of the more challenging transitions that any kid goes through. But when you're in the military and you're making that move not only between schools, but between duty locations, or moving from North Carolina to Hawaii, it's even more challenging. But Hannah did what most and so many military children do in this situation. She quite literally marched in and began building a network of friends based on her love of music. Her willingness to immerse herself in the marching band program helped her to find a place in a new school, and in that moment, she demonstrated what makes our military children so special. She was resilient. This connected with me because I remember my own daughter's 9th grade move, also doing the same thing from Stuttgart to North Carolina, and marching band was also her entry into the new high school as well. And I do remember that to get ready as marching band starts before school, I remember drawing marching band routines on moving boxes in her bedroom that hadn't yet been unpacked as she was trying to figure out what to do. In that music pursuit, I think Hannah is going to be adding to one of her life memories, as she was selected as one of 100 musicians from across the nation who's going to represent our country in performances at the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C., and then over in Europe at a number of American cemeteries overseas. Hannah Marie's ability to excel academically, lead her peers, and give back to her community is also a testament to the strength of character that our military families possess. She embodies the qualities of adaptability, resilience, and leadership that are critical for success in today's world. Hannah Marie, I want to congratulate you again on behalf of the Commandant and Marine families around the globe. We are proud of your achievements and grateful for your family's support and service. We know that wherever your journey takes you, and VCU is the next step of that journey, you will continue to make a positive impact on those around you. Thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, I've been talking to you a lot today, and I've been calling you Hannah. Should I have been saying Hannah Marie?
I don't prefer Hannah. Hannah Marie's my full name, but I just go by Hannah. It doesn't matter. You can use either.
All right. It's Hannah.
It's Hannah Marie when I'm in trouble.
Oh, okay, so you're in trouble. All right. Now, you're attending Virginia Commonwealth in the fall.
Yes, I will be.
And can you tell everybody a little bit about why you chose that and what you hope to do with your degree?
So I chose Virginia Commonwealth because of their forensic science program. I hope to go on to work for the FBI as a forensic science technician.
So watch out, she'll find you. And what drew you to that kind of work?
So I unfortunately cannot join the military due to my inherited bleeding disorder. I have von Willebrand's disease, which is a sister to hemophilia, the foundation that I like to work with. And so I wanted to find a way to give back to my community in another way. And since it couldn't be military service, I wanted to give back through, helping criminal justice, getting, a nice resolute to finding all the criminals out there, I guess. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Great job, Hannah. Congratulations, Hannah. And thank you, Major General Maxwell. There we go. All right. The next award is for the Navy. It's the Navy McCoy Award. I'm going to be real careful here, guys, now. All right. Okay, Brian and Lucy. Boats. Water. And now, presenting the Navy Military Child of the Year Award is Mrs. Linda Gilday, wife of Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Michael Gilday.
Good evening. What an honor it is to be here on behalf of my husband Mike to honor the Navy's Military Child of the Year for 2023, Miss Gemma Bates. Gemma is a self-described butterfly, social butterfly, but she's also so accomplished in so many ways. She has logged in over 500 hours of volunteer service. She is the captain of the tennis team. She has started her pilot's license and so many other things. And I also am happy to tell you she has accepted a nomination to the Naval Academy. And in 78 days, she'll be there at the Naval Academy. And she's so poised and so beautiful, and we are just so honored to have her represent all of the other Navy military children who are out there, who do amazing things, who go along with their families and support the service member who serves in many different areas of the world to keep our seas open. And so, Gemma, we're so proud of you. We're very happy. And as we serve in families, we are very proud of you, that you are that shining light of resilience and of poise and of just accepting new challenges and going out and doing new things. We're just very proud of you. And I would be remiss if I didn't say to Captain and Jennifer Bates, thank you to you as parents. And may I just ask for all parents to stand, parents of military children, stand up and let's give a hand to those parents that are out there. So you provided the foundation, and Uncle Andy, we should have asked you to stand too. Yay! It takes a village, it takes a family, it takes a lot of support, and you have provided the foundation and the basis for Gemma to be where she is today. So thank you, Captain and Mrs. Bates. But it's all about you tonight, sister. So we're here about you. So congratulations.
Well, congratulations, Gemma. So you currently live in Annapolis.
I do.
So your move to college is going to be an arduous one.
Oh, yeah. It's what, 800 feet?
Wow, cool, cool.
Shortest move ever.
Nice work. Now, I read somewhere, maybe this is a rumor, but that you are hoping to go to Mars one day.
Oh, yes. As far as they'll let me go in space, I'll go. So NASA, if you're watching, after I'm a pilot, let's talk.
I think there's some people from the Space Force here. If you want to talk, they might be able to help. I truly believe you can go. And when you go to Mars, what are some of the first things you're going to do when you get to Mars?
I'm probably gonna eat some food. I'm a real big fan of food.
I think you're allowed to eat on the way there, though. It might be a long trip, but...
There's some really exciting science happening in outer space and on other planets right now to see how habitable they are for our species and how far we can move forward. So I'm really looking forward to looking at space flight specifically, so looking at flight on other planets. I know there's a helicopter on Mars right now, which is really exciting, looking at other atmospheres and how we can fly there, because I want to fly on Earth, so it'd be really, really cool to fly on another planet. How many people could say they would do that? So I think that would be really exciting.
That's awesome. And you are studying to get your pilot's license right now?
Yes, so over the summer I started working on my private pilot's license. I passed the FAA ground school exam, and yes, yeah, that's really exciting. And I'm hopefully going to finish it while I'm at the academy. If not, I'll go to flight school anyways, hopefully, GPA. And I'll end up flying in the Navy.
Woo, Top Gun. Congratulations, Gemma.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Mrs. Gilday. And now it's time for the McCoy Air Force Award. Planes. Okay, so to present the McCoy Air Force Award, please welcome the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General C.Q. Brown, Jr.
That's a pretty simple explanation of the United States Air Force. Appreciate that. John, and to Operation Homefront, thanks again for the opportunity to recognize some outstanding military children. I also want to thank you for allowing me to come up here and feel again not worthy to be on stage. After having read the resumes and the accomplishments of all these young people, the things I've done is paled in comparison. When I was in high school or got to high school, I wasn't anywhere near. I probably had a couple, 2 or 3 things, but not all the things that they've been able to accomplish. You know, today I get a chance to recognize the United States Air Force Military Child of the Year. And I will tell you, we have a couple of connections. We're both from San Antonio, both military children, and have connections to the Air Force. And that's where the list stops. Louis Gear and his parents, I've had much pleasure meeting and talking to them this evening, but Louis is the founder and president of the San Antonio Book Pool. And what he's able to do was collect and distribute more than 700 books for low-income area in San Antonio. He's an Eagle Scout. And he's an established pianist and music composer. And he's a founder of the Entrepreneurship Club and the Gorge Youth Ambassador. Now, Shereen and I are parents of 2 sons. They're both also Eagle Scouts, and Shereen and I are very honored to celebrate with Louis today. And Louis, your book pool kind of reminds us of the Eagle Scout project our oldest son had. He actually had a book exchange they set up at the passenger terminal at Aviano Air Base when I was there as a wing commander, and he was doing his Eagle Scout project, actually the same summer as his brother. And I was busy, and Shereen was doing all the work on the Eagle Scout project. But Louis is also on the school's varsity science bowl, soccer team, and university interscholastic league teams. Now, I had to ask Louis tonight, what is a science bowl? I was thinking it's kind of like Chopped for science projects. But it's actually, the way he described it to me is that it's basically a contest of asking questions about science. And Louis, naturally, I think is going to be, matter of fact, I think they're going to be up here next week again for the Science Bowl, and I would not be surprised if Louis walks away with several awards, because he's a winner of multiple awards as a scholar and as a musician as well. He's participated in several research programs, including a summer science program in astrophysics and a program with NASA. He co-founded Buzz, which is an app designed for senior citizens to facilitate social interaction and messaging in a more accessible way. And I will tell you, this aligns with Louis's career goal, to be a tech entrepreneur for social impact. Louis, you're thriving and demonstrate some leadership, resilience, and strength and character as you think about the aspect of serving as a military child and all the moves, your parents and being away, and your father's military service. Congratulations, Louis, on being the United States Air Force's Military Child of the Year.
Congratulations, Louis. Now, he was just talking about that you want to be a tech entrepreneur for social impact. Of course, I know what that is. But for the rest of the people in the room, could you explain what that means?
Yeah, so that means going into the fields of technology, whether it be computer science, math, stuff like that, and making things that basically help the world. That's in a simple way.
Amazing, amazing. Is there something like you have in mind or a dream like, oh, it would really be great if I could do this for people?
Not any specific dream, just whatever helps the most people, as long as I can.
Yeah, and you were telling me about a project you're working on right now where it's like an AI program for music. Can you talk about that a little?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, basically you make a computer try to write music. It's not good, but it's my best attempt so far, you know.
Better. I bet it's better than the AI program for music I'm working on. So when you say, because I'm just trying to wrap my head around, it's a tech entrepreneur for social impact. Does that mean like, would you be making money on that? Or are you like making, like entrepreneur, I hear like somebody making a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean you're making a lot of money. It just means you're kind of spreading your idea out into that world and making it a reality.
No, that's great. Thanks for that distinction. All right. You look great with your bow tie. I love it. All right. Thank you, Louis. Congratulations. Thank you, General Brown. You know him as CQ. I know him as GQ. Guy is smooth. All right. Now it's time for the award, the McCoy Award for the Space Force. This is the one everybody makes fun of. But they shouldn't. But they shouldn't. But they shouldn't. All right. Easy, guys. Easy. I didn't say I make fun of them. Everybody else. They don't. They don't. There's a lot of respect. All right. Now, presenting the award is the Chief of Space Operations for the Space Force, General Saltzman.
And now I've got to get the Marine Corps to take him out back. Thank you, John. Operation Homefront, what a tremendous event. What tremendous work you do, not only for all the families. Tonight's a great night, but I really appreciate the fact that you spent a week giving these military children an event, an experience that they'll never forget. And so I just want to say thanks and a round of applause again. Thank you. It's my distinct honor to recognize the Space Force Military Child of the Year, Haley Schreiner. Look at that. Look at her. She looks great. And just a terrific young lady. Got a chance to talk to her some. And I want to spend a little bit of time, kind of like the Navy did, talking about this idea of service. And the idea of service is really, there's a character in your heart that just makes you want to serve your nation. And I think you look at parents, great parents like Bob and Nicole Schreiner, that are dedicated to serving their country. Both, Bob has one of the toughest jobs on the planet. He's the commander of the Aerospace Data Facility in Colorado. I know this because I had that job myself. It's a great opportunity. It's a great job, well-deserved, and it's a lot of work, and I appreciate the effort you do. Nicole, a civil servant for Space Force as well. Thank you for your service. It's tremendous, and I know that Haley truly appreciates and really looks up to the work that you guys do, and so it's that character building that you guys have done. But you got it from somebody else, right? Yeah, let's talk about proud grandparents in the back of the room. Jim and Diane, raise your hand. Jim was an E5, and he said he raised 206s, so he's doing pretty good, he said. But 30 years on the Chicago Police Department force. And I'm spending time talking about Haley's family because that's what she's proud of. I think when you ask her, like, what she's proud of, like, what have you done? What have you seen that's so great? It's things like, I watched my dad pin on 06, and I'm proud of my family. And it just, again, it makes you feel proud to be an American, to see these kids and the way they're going to grow up and lead our country. The service, their essence of service is just really remarkable. She's got a 4.25 GPA. I didn't know it goes that high. 4.25. She's a junior at Discovery Canyon in Colorado. As a junior, she already has a 3.82 college GPA. She may be done with college before she graduates from high school, as best I can tell. She's a remarkable volleyball player. Her team's in the top 10 in Colorado. And they gave her one of the coolest sounding awards, the Thunder Teammate Award, because they love her spirit, they love her teammate, they love what she does for her team on and off the court. That's the kind of leadership, that's the kind of service, that's the kind of putting people above and beyond yourself that really makes Haley a remarkable young lady. I couldn't be more proud to call you the Space Force Military Child of the Year. And yesterday was her 17th birthday. So, Haley, will you do me a favor and just stand up here so everybody can get a look at you? Come on up. And we're going to sing happy birthday. Is that okay? Come on. All right, ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Haley. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations, Haley.
Congratulations, Haley. What was that like, having a room full of people sing happy birthday to you?
A little scary.
I remember when I turned 18, I was at a restaurant, and I was like, do not have them sing happy birthday to me. And now you had 300 people sing it. There was no question there. That's fine. So we were hearing about a lot of your accomplishments. Obviously, you're brilliant, and you have all these things that you're doing, all the potential in the world. Do you have any idea where you want to aim that, or what do you want to do after high school?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go to University of North Carolina, and I would love to be an engineer like my dad was.
You're great. Is there a specific field of engineering that interests you?
I think I'm going to start in mechanical and then work out from there.
Wow, great. And earlier today you were saying, and the general just touched on this, that, you know, we did a panel and we asked the question of, like, who inspires you, like, through all the deployments and the moves, like, how do you stay focused on your goals and what you're doing? And I thought, well, it can't be your parents because we're talking about the parents being out of the picture, but you want to share what your answer was?
Yeah, I said my dad. It was just like all of his hard work and determination he put into being away from his family, and I just took that to keep going and keep showing that I can persevere just as he did, as well as my beautiful mother down there, and how she helped my entire family, and she brought us all together when we weren't all together. So yeah.
It's amazing. All right, congratulations, Haley. Yeah. And happy birthday, happy birthday. Thank you, General Saltzman. And now it's time for the Coast Guard Award. So, Brian and Lucy, this is the one that our grandfather served in World War II. I'm keeping it clean, guys. Okay. So, to present the McCoy Coast Guard Award for Military Child of the Year is the Vice Commandant of the Coast Guard, Admiral Stephen Poulin.
Phew, I didn't know what he was going to say about the Coast Guard. I was bracing for impact there. Well, good evening, and what an incredible event this is, recognizing amazing military children throughout our armed forces, and I have the particular honor tonight to recognize the Military Child of the Year for the Coast Guard, Hayden Jones. Just an awesome individual. He's a remarkable young man who exemplifies the character and the values of the U.S. Coast Guard in our service: honor, respect, and devotion to duty. And that's no surprise, because both of his parents are Coast Guard officers, Coast Guard captains. Gretchen, his mom, is a retired Coast Guard captain, and his father is currently on active duty. Anthony is our commander at Sector Sault Ste. Marie, or the Sioux as we called it. And here's the thing, they are both Coast Guard helicopter pilots. That's right. Absolutely. And I've had the opportunity to spend time with the Jones family, including Hayden's brothers, Cameron and Samuel, who are here. I'm giving you guys a shout out. Some more military children, fantastic. And you know, I can see that Gretchen and Anthony's pride in Hayden is really matched by his pride in their Coast Guard service as well. He grew up watching both of them stand duty as helicopter pilots, often deploying to cutters at sea, sometimes both at the same time. He remembers their many stories of search and rescue missions, bringing mariners in distress home to their families. His parents serve so that others may live. And they really pass that sense of service to Hayden. He serves as a cadet, master sergeant, and a flight sergeant in the Civil Air Patrol in Sault Ste. Marie. He's a dedicated Boy Scout working on his Eagle badge. He's dedicated hundreds of volunteer hours to serve his community, building trails and bridges in the beautiful wilderness of the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. He's a leader on his high school soccer team, the cross-country team, and the swimming team and diving team, earning accolades from his teammates in statewide competitions. And he also started a chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at his high school. Now, I'm sure his parents don't mind that he's interested in pursuing a career in aviation, and he's working right now alongside Army veterans at the local airport to learn aircraft mechanics. And his passion for aviation is further reflected in the fact that he works with an organization called Aerospace Connectedness and Education, which serves elementary school students who are interested in aerospace and STEM fields. Now, he plans to pursue a military career himself, and this may be a little bit controversial in this room, but everybody knows that Coast Guard helicopter pilots are the best. And so, Hayden, we would love to have you in a Coast Guard uniform. I am shameless, yes. And Hayden, wherever you choose to serve, I'm sure you're going to excel. Your humility, your care for others, your upbeat attitude represent the best of so many Coast Guard children everywhere. I know you moved from North Carolina to the Upper Peninsula in the midst of COVID. It was a challenging time, a new environment, new friends. You never pulled the throttles back. You continued to serve, and you continue to represent the best of what it means to have others' interest before yourself. And I know that this coming summer is going to involve another permanent change of station move from the Upper Peninsula to DC as we bring your dad back to serve the Coast Guard and move the Coast Guard forward here in the National Capital Region. I can't wait to see the great things that you're going to do here when you come to DC. So it is my distinct pleasure on behalf of the entire Coast Guard and with gratitude to Operation Homefront to recognize you as the Coast Guard Military Child of the Year. Hayden, come on up.
It's always that awkward moment where we're waiting for the photos to finish and everybody's still standing. You did great. My first impression of you, Hayden, by the way, and if for anybody who's just kind of meeting him for the first time, like, he's just got the nicest smile and it's just like so warm. He's just like this genuine guy. And I can feel that from you, and that's really great.
Thank you.
Again, not a question, just... So we were just hearing about your interest in aviation. Can you talk about like what sparked that interest?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it was my parents. They really inspired that, and just both of them being Coast Guard helicopter pilots, rescue pilots, just really inspired me to be involved in aviation in general, and yeah. So.
Yeah, and so like, but as far as like the like being in the air and all that stuff, is there something that like you just really gets you pumped up?
Yeah, I just all these stories from various aviators, including my parents and other aviators in all of the branches. Just hearing the stories of them being in the air really inspired me, and then I love it. Every time I go up in the air, it's just amazing seeing out the window, just looking at the ground. It's so amazing.
Yeah. I can tell. I can feel it. So, when you say every time in the air, like, have you flown yourself or what?
Yeah, I've been in the passenger seat of some Cessnas, and then also just even being on a commercial airplane. It's just amazing. Yes.
Yeah. So you're in the right field. I think you're going the right way. All right. Congratulations, Hayden.
Thank you.
Good job. And thank you, General Admiral Poulin. I've lost him. There he is. All right. How shameless talking about the helicopters and the Coast Guard are the best. I would never do something like that. And now for the best branch of all. It's time for the National Guard Award. National Guard, I'm going to do my best here, guys. There's a National Guard in every state. Every state has a National Guard, and our winner tonight is from the Alabama National Guard. His father's in the Army National Guard in Alabama. And presenting the McCoy Award for the National Guard is the Chief of Staff of the National Guard, General Daniel Hawkinson.
You know, David, I had to walk around back, and there's a Marine, a Space Force Guardian, and a very large bird looking for you, so. But, yeah. Good evening, everyone. Like those before me, I want to thank Operation Homefront for really their relentless support to military families and just what a difference it makes, and tonight is just a great example of that. Tonight, it's my honor to introduce an extraordinary member of our National Guard family, Mr. Jackson Griggs. Jackson is the son of Robert and Tracy Griggs from Rainbow City, Alabama, where Robert is a colonel in the Alabama National Guard. And Jackson's younger brother, Tanner, and his sister, Lucy, are also here with us tonight. Jackson is a senior at Southside High School. He's an exceptional student, a member of the National Honor Society, who's earned the AP Scholar Award for AP Chemistry, English, and History. He's a leader and mentor in the community, where he volunteers with the Alabama National Guard Youth Council, the Key Club, and his local Big Brothers and Big Sisters. He's also a star athlete, holding Southside High School track records in the 1,600 meters, the 3,200 meters, and the 4x800 meter relay. He's also a member of the Alabama High School Athletics Association North-South Cross Country All-Star Team. It's even all more impressive when you learn 15 years ago, Jackson couldn't walk. The Griggs family was stationed in Romania when Jackson, then 3 years old, woke up one morning unable to move. He saw military doctors and doctors in Europe, but they couldn't diagnose Jackson and they couldn't help him. Jackson, his mother, and his younger brother Tanner returned to the United States to seek help. Jackson's father remained in Romania, and of the 20 months the military has separated the Griggs family, approximately half of it was during that difficult time. At the Children's Hospital of Alabama, Jackson was diagnosed with an extremely rare and incurable autoimmune condition. With monthly IV treatments, he was eventually able to walk, to reach, and to run. His disease went into remission, and Jackson thrived. He's hoping to pursue a career in medicine and continue running in college. Tonight's honors are hardly the finish line. Jackson's credits his achievements to his family and his faith, and the preservation and perseverance he has learned as a military child. He lives by the words of the legendary track star Steve Prefontaine, and personally as a track athlete and an Oregon Guardsman, I am proud to share those words. He said, to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. Growing up as a military child is both a sacrifice and a gift. It's a sacrifice of time with your family, a sacrifice of both the good times and the hard times, the big events and the small. It's a sacrifice every member of our community shares. But it is also a gift of compassion, a gift of service, a gift of unfathomable strength and resilience. It's a gift that inspires and elevates and confronts every challenge. Jackson, I want to thank you and your family for your service to our nation. The gift of your best makes all of us better. And I'm honored to call you the National Guard's Military Child of the Year. Jackson Briggs.
Congratulations. All right, congratulations, Jackson.
Thank you. I wasn't aware the lights were so bright up here. You can't see anything.
Now, you're a big runner, track, cross country. I'll run if I have to. You must really love it.
I do. I really love it. Get the runner's high, and it makes your whole day better after.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So, at what point does that kick in, and what is it like? What does it feel like?
I don't know. After like 10 minutes or so, maybe you just get in the groove, and your legs just nice and smooth, and you don't think about it, and time flies by.
Wow, man. I hope you stay young forever. And you're a very impressive guy. You've overcome a lot of adversity. Do you have any plans or dreams or hopes for what comes next?
Yeah, I'm going to the University of Alabama in Huntsville. I'm majoring in biology, focus in pre-med, and I want to go to medical school and be a surgeon because I feel like all the opportunities that I'm afforded right now are because first, the Lord for healing me, but second, the Lord gave me some really great doctors that have afforded me, all these opportunities. And if I can go give other kids, that same opportunity I was given, then that'll make it all worth it.
It's amazing. You're going to be a pediatrician or a pediatric surgeon?
Surgeon of some sort. I don't know what yet.
Sounds like with kids. Let's hold them to that. Okay. No, you're going to be great. Great job, Jackson. Great job. Let's bring all the winners up here. Stay up here. We're going to do a group photo. Brian and Lucy, that's when a group of people gets together and poses for a photograph. So we'll get everybody up here. Just the kids? Okay.
Couple in front, and couple back.
Stay with us, everyone. Stay with us. Okay, great. Now stay up here, everybody. I just need you here for one more second, okay? If you'll turn your attention to the screens here, we have a very special video message from one of Operation Homefront's favorite Englishmen, John Heald. If you would, let's take a look.
Congratulations to all of the winners this year. You should be so proud. I know your family are so proud. You are the future. I believe the children are the future. But congratulations. And as you know, Carnival Cruise Line carries more veterans than any other cruise line. We're proud to have the veterans gathering each week. And this all ties together to your prize, because I have a prize for all the winners tonight to give you. And yes, it is a very special prize. Congratulations. On behalf of our president, Christine Duffy, we would like to reward you and thank you and your family by offering you a cruise. It's free. Yes, you're going to go on a ship with us. We're going to give you the best of times. You're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. And you're going to rejuvenate yourself, ready for your future. So congratulations. You have won a cruise for you and your family. And we couldn't be prouder than to say, well done, congratulations, and may your future be bright.
Yeah. Believe it. You got a cruise. You got a cruise. You got a cruise. You got a cruise. Instant reaction. Mackenzie.
She's speechless. She's
Gemma.
Oh, I'm never speechless. This is awesome, and I'm really, really excited. This is it just keeps coming. Like every day this week, it's been like surprise, surprise, surprise. So thank you guys, and thank whoever.
Come on our cruise?
Yeah.
He didn't offer one to me, so one of you is going to have to scoot. Oh, poor Jackson. Congratulations, guys, and you know what? It keeps coming because you deserve it. So congratulations. Great job, guys. I think you can go back that way now. Oh, yeah, you're going that. Okay, to all of our guests tonight, I want to say that it's been my pleasure to host or MC this evening. It really is my pleasure and my privilege, so thank you for that. It's been a great night, and I think if I were to grade my performance tonight, and I know, I got to be honest, and I'm a bit of a harsh grader, I'd give myself an A+. Yeah. Thank you. And now my slightly taller twin has a few closing remarks. Mr. John Prey.
Okay, thank you, David. Another amazing performance as our MC. Now, unbeknownst to you, I have checked in with all the flag officers that were on stage this evening, and as you know, they are harsh graders. And we threw out the top 3 and the bottom 4. And it was unanimous. We would give you an A+ for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. So at Operation Homefront, one of our core values is gratitude, and I need to offer a big thank you to those who made this such a memorable evening. First, Mike Moeller, and our sponsor, Raytheon, and all the donors you see here on our screen. Have we got the screen? There we go. Those are our folks that made this evening possible. I would like to thank all of our presenting flag and general officers in attendance this evening for taking time to honor these amazing people, and of course, their aides sitting patiently in the back. We have the musical sensation Runaway June, brought to us by our good friend Rod Essig at CAA, board member. The phenomenal team here at the Ritz, they did a wonderful job this evening. And a special thanks to the team, my team, that put this all together. And I'd like to introduce Janine Frazier, Emily Miller, Maddie Manley, Aaron Berge, Tony Barnett, and Jenny Valderas. These folks right here for making it all. I think they deserve a standing ovation. Can we get it all up here for these folks? There they go. They hate it when I do that. And of course, I do want to thank my wonderful wife, Dora. For me, her love and enthusiastic support make all things possible. Thank you, Dora. Now, to all our honorees tonight, I know your parents, families, and communities are extremely proud of you, and we are too. And finally, to our guests, thank you for what you have done and continue to do to support our military families. Together, we are making a difference in the lives of those Americans who have earned our enduring thanks for all they do to defend the freedoms we enjoy daily. So as you head home tonight, please remember our military families need us, and of course, we need you. So to close out this evening, please help me welcome back Runaway June.